If you are seeing this before the February 1st, 2026, understand this first. Nothing meaningful arrives by coincidence. In the Shaolin understanding of life, chance is only a word used by an untrained mind. Timing is law. Order exists even when you cannot see it. When something reaches you at a precise moment, it is not asking for belief, it is asking for awareness. Awareness is the beginning of discipline. Discipline is the beginning of transformation. This message did not arrive because you were scrolling. It arrived because you were ready to stop scrolling internally. Your body may be still, but your life has been moving through pressure, resistance, and quiet endurance. What you call exhaustion is often evidence of growth. What you call delay is often protection. Congratulations is not praise. Congratulations is recognition that you survived the necessary conditions. Many people misunderstand signs. They think a sign means comfort, relief, or reward. In truth, a sign means responsibility. In Shaolin teaching, when the master notices the student, the training becomes harder, not easier. Attention is not a gift, it is a test. If you are being addressed now, it is because you have developed a certain internal posture. You did not run when things became uncomfortable. You did not abandon yourself when results were slow. You learned to carry uncertainty without collapsing. This is rare. Most people seek noise to escape silence. You stayed with silence long enough for it to speak back. That is why this moment exists. Look carefully at your past. Not emotionally, but accurately. Count how many times you could have quit. Count how many times you felt unseen, unrewarded, misunderstood. Count how many times you kept going without applause. That was not weakness, that was conditioning. Life was training your nervous system to remain stable under pressure. Before elevation comes compression. Before clarity comes confusion. Before strength comes fatigue. The untrained mind thinks these are signs of failure. The trained mind recognizes them as prerequisites. Congratulations means you passed through these stages without losing your core. In Shaolin philosophy, the body listens before the mind understands. Your body already knows you are changing. Your posture has shifted. Your tolerance for nonsense has decreased. Your patience has deepened, but your tolerance for excuses has thinned. You may not have named it, but you have felt it. Old conversations feel heavy. Old habits feel loud. Old environments feel misaligned. This is not arrogance. This is refinement. When the internal standard rises, the external world must either adjust or fall away. This is why some connections fade without conflict. They are no longer necessary for who you are becoming. If this message reaches you now, it means you have entered a narrow passage, a point where the old self cannot continue and the new self cannot fully appear yet. This space is uncomfortable because it is honest. There is no distraction here, no identity to hide behind, only truth. Many people turn back at this stage. They mistake the discomfort of transition for danger. But the Shaolin path teaches that discomfort is often alignment correcting itself. Muscles ache when they grow. Bones resist when posture improves. The soul tightens before it stabilizes. This moment is not asking you to celebrate. It is asking you to stay present. God does not speak in drama. God speaks in precision, a quiet knowing, a calm insistence, a steady pull forward. If you are hearing congratulations, it is because the inner noise has reduced enough for the signal to come through. You did not eliminate fear, but you stopped letting it drive. You did not remove doubt, but you stopped obeying it. This is maturity. This is what most people never reach. They live reacting, never choosing. You have begun to choose. That is why timing matters now. Before the February 1st, 2026 is not a random deadline. It represents a threshold, a closing of one cycle and the opening of another. In martial training, there is a moment when the student stops copying techniques and begins embodying principles. Movements become fewer but more effective. Effort decreases while impact increases. Life works the same way. You are being moved from effort to efficiency, from seeking to alignment. But this shift only happens when the foundation is stable. You are made stable through repetition, disappointment, restraint, and waiting. Do not confuse this message with motivation. Motivation is emotional and temporary. This is confirmation. Confirmation that the struggle had structure. Confirmation that the delays had direction. Confirmation that the weight you carried strengthened you instead of breaking you. Many people want results without refinement. They want rewards without responsibility. They want visibility without discipline. That path leads to collapse. You were taken another way, slower, harder, quieter, safer. If you are honest, you will admit that something inside you already knows this. You have felt a calm confidence growing beneath the surface. Not excitement, not hype, but grounded certainty, the kind that does not need to announce itself. This certainty is not arrogance. It is alignment between action and values, between thought and behavior, between intention and execution. This is why you can now be trusted with more. Power given to an untrained mind corrupts. Power given to a disciplined mind serves. Congratulations also means this: excuses will no longer protect you. You will feel resistance more clearly when you avoid your responsibility. Discomfort will increase when you delay necessary action. This is not punishment, this is guidance becoming sharper. When awareness increases, feedback becomes immediate. This is a sign of advancement. Beginners need loud lessons. Advanced students receive subtle corrections. Pay attention to what no longer feels right. That is where growth is demanding honesty. Understand this clearly. Seeing this does not make you special. Responding to it does. Many will hear similar words and feel inspired for a moment, then return to distraction. That is not failure, it is choice. You are being invited to choose differently, to move forward without waiting for permission, to act without needing validation, to train your mind daily, not when convenient. This is the real congratulations. You are capable of this now. In Shaolin tradition, the master rarely praises. When praise appears, it signals readiness for solitude, for self-leadership, for internal authority. You are entering a phase where guidance becomes internal. External voices will matter less. Intuition will sharpen. Consequences will clarify. This requires humility. Not the humility of self-doubt, but the humility of discipline. Doing the work even when you feel advanced. Staying a student even when you have knowledge. Do not rush to interpret what comes next. Urgency creates mistakes. Precision requires calm. Simply recognize the moment. Breathe. Stand firmly where you are. Clean your habits, sharpen your focus, reduce excess, strengthen your body, quiet your mind. These are not dramatic actions, but they are powerful. Small disciplined acts compound faster than emotional decisions. This is how you honor the timing. If you feel a sense of weight while hearing congratulations, that is correct. Real progress carries weight. It asks more of you, not less. It demands integrity, consistency, self-respect. You are no longer training to survive. You are training to lead your own life consciously. This is rare. This is earned. This is why this moment exists. Remember, this is not the end of something. It is the confirmation that the preparation worked. The path ahead will still challenge you, but the challenges will match your capacity now. Storms will come, but you are no longer fragile. Pressure will return, but it will shape rather than crush. If you see this before the February 1st, 2026, stand still for a moment and acknowledge it quietly. Then continue forward without announcing anything. Those who need to know will feel it. This is the signal, not to celebrate loudly, but to walk forward correctly. Discipline is not a punishment. Discipline is clarity in motion. Most people misunderstand this because they associate discipline with force, denial, or suffering. In truth, discipline is simply alignment between what you say you believe and how you live when no one is watching. In the Shaolin way, faith is not declared by words, prayers, or emotion. Faith is revealed by behavior under pressure. Anyone can feel inspired when life is easy. Faith is measured when comfort disappears and routine becomes heavy. That is where truth shows itself. Many people claim they trust God, trust life, trust the path, but their actions tell a different story. They delay what must be done. They negotiate with weakness. They wait for motivation before moving. This is not faith. This is dependency on emotion. Emotion is unstable. Discipline is stable. If you truly believe that life has order, then your daily actions become ordered. You wake up with intention. You eat with awareness. You train your body even when it resists. You train your mind even when it complains. This is not rigidity. This is respect for your time, your energy, and your future self. In Shaolin training, discipline comes before confidence. The student does not feel ready but trains anyway. Over time, readiness appears as a result, not a requirement. Life works the same way. You do not wait to feel strong to act strong. You act strong until strength becomes natural. Faith operates through repetition. Small acts done consistently shape the inner world more powerfully than dramatic gestures done occasionally. God does not look for intensity. God looks for consistency. Before February arrives, your discipline is being observed, not by others, but by life itself. Can you keep your word to yourself? Can you maintain structure when no one rewards you? Can you stay clean in thought when temptation offers comfort? These moments define the next phase of your life. Discipline is the language through which faith communicates with reality. Without discipline, faith remains an idea. With discipline, faith becomes embodied. Many people confuse discipline with control over others. True discipline begins with self-governance. If you cannot govern your sleep, your diet, your attention, your reactions, then you are not free. You are being pulled by impulses. In Shaolin teaching, freedom is not doing whatever you want. Freedom is not being enslaved by what you want. Discipline creates space between impulse and action. In that space, wisdom appears. That space is where growth lives. You may notice that as your discipline increases, your tolerance for chaos decreases. This is natural. You are not becoming rigid. You are becoming refined. When the inner structure strengthens, disorder becomes uncomfortable. This is why certain environments, conversations, and habits begin to feel heavy. It is not judgment, it is alignment correcting itself. Discipline sharpens perception. You begin to see clearly where energy leaks, where time is wasted, where attention is abused. Faith without discipline often turns into superstition. People hope things will change without changing themselves. They wait for signs but ignore responsibilities. In contrast, disciplined faith understands that blessings require containers. If your life is disorganized, whatever good arrives will spill. Discipline builds the container. Routine strengthens it. Integrity seals it. This is why preparation comes before expansion. In martial arts, a powerful strike is meaningless without stance. Without balance, power collapses. Discipline is your stance in life. It grounds you so that when opportunity appears, you can respond effectively. Many people miss opportunities not because they lack talent, but because they lack structure. Their energy is scattered, their focus is inconsistent, their habits undermine their intentions. Discipline resolves this conflict. You may think discipline limits you. In truth, it liberates you. When your actions are aligned, you waste less energy on regret, correction, and repair. Life becomes simpler, not easier. Simplicity creates efficiency. Efficiency creates momentum. Momentum creates results. This is not mystical. This is practical truth observed over centuries. Before this stage of your life, you may have relied on external pressure to move. Deadlines, fear, expectations of others. Now you are being asked to generate internal pressure. Self-respect must replace fear as your motivator. This is maturity. This is why discipline becomes essential now. Without it, progress will feel heavy. With it, effort feels clean. There will be days when discipline feels empty, no reward, no excitement, no validation. These are the most important days. In Shaolin monasteries, these are called foundation days. Nothing visible happens, but everything essential is built. Most people abandon discipline here. They mistake boredom for failure. In reality, boredom is often the mind resisting stability. Stay anyway. This is where depth is formed. Discipline also teaches humility. When you commit to a routine, you confront your limitations honestly. You see where you are weak, inconsistent, avoidant. This is not to shame yourself, but to know yourself. Self-knowledge is power. Without it, you live reacting to blind spots. Discipline brings those blind spots into the light. That light can feel uncomfortable, but it is necessary. Faith becomes unshakable when it is practiced physically. When you train your body, your breath, your focus, you anchor belief into muscle memory. Your nervous system learns stability. Your reactions slow. Your awareness expands. This is why disciplined people remain calm in chaos. Calm is not personality, calm is trained. As February approaches, do not seek dramatic changes. Seek precise ones. Adjust your sleep. Simplify your diet. Reduce distractions. Commit to a daily practice, even if it is short. Consistency matters more than duration. One disciplined hour repeated daily is more powerful than 10 hours fueled by emotion once a month. Life responds to rhythm. Remember this clearly. Discipline is not about becoming someone else. It is about removing what is unnecessary so what is true can function fully. You are not adding value, you are uncovering it. Faith trusts that what remains after discipline is enough. When God congratulates, it is because you are now capable of sustaining what you once only desired. Discipline proves that capability. It shows that you can be trusted with more responsibility, more influence, more clarity. Without discipline, expansion becomes dangerous. With discipline, expansion becomes natural. This is the stage where excuses lose their power. You will feel discomfort when you avoid your practice. That discomfort is guidance. Pay attention to it. Discipline sharpens feedback. It keeps you honest. It keeps you grounded. It keeps you moving forward even when motivation fades. Do not make discipline loud. Do not turn it into identity or performance. Keep it quiet. Let results speak later. The Shaolin way is internal first, external later. Build the root before showing the branches. If you truly believe that your life has meaning, then honor it with structure. If you truly believe that this moment matters, then prove it with action. Discipline is not separate from faith. Discipline is faith made visible. Letting go is the most misunderstood discipline on the path. People think letting go means loss, weakness, or failure. In truth, letting go is precision. It is the act of removing what no longer serves the direction you are moving toward. In Shaolin teaching, the hand that is full cannot receive. If you are holding on to the past, old identities, old wounds, old habits, you are not loyal, you are attached. Attachment creates stagnation. Growth requires space. Before any real advancement, there is always a moment of subtraction. Nature works this way. Trees shed leaves before new growth. Muscles release tension before becoming stronger. The mind must release outdated patterns before clarity can stabilize. You cannot step into a new phase while dragging the weight of an old self that already completed its purpose. What once protected you may now restrict you. What once motivated you may now exhaust you. This is not betrayal of your past, it is respect for your future. Many people resist letting go because identity feels safer than truth. They define themselves by what they survived, who hurt them, what they lost. These stories become armor. At first, armor is useful, it helps you endure. But if you never remove it, it becomes a prison. You start living from defense instead of direction. Shaolin wisdom teaches that strength is not constant tension. Strength is the ability to relax when force is no longer required. Letting go is relaxation at the right moment. As you approach a threshold, life will test your attachments. Old patterns will resurface. Old temptations will call. Old relationships may try to reclaim space. This is not punishment. This is confirmation. Life is asking, are you ready to move forward? Or do you still need this? Whatever you cannot release will eventually decide for you. If you do not choose consciously, circumstances will force separation painfully. Voluntary letting go is clean. Forced letting go is violent. Wisdom chooses early. Letting go does not mean rejecting your past. It means recognizing that its job is done. The person you were needed, those habits, those defenses, those beliefs to survive a different environment. But survival strategies become self-sabotage when the environment changes. If you continue acting from who you were, you will feel friction everywhere. Nothing will fit, nothing will flow. This discomfort is not confusion, it is feedback. In Shaolin training, there is a moment when the student must stop copying forms exactly and begin adapting them to their own body. If they cling too tightly to the form, movement becomes stiff. If they abandon the form too early, movement becomes chaotic. Letting go requires timing. You do not release everything at once. You release what has expired. This demands honesty. Ask yourself quietly, what am I holding on to out of fear, not necessity? Old habits are the easiest to justify and the hardest to release. They disguise themselves as comfort. They whisper familiarity. But comfort is not alignment. Comfort often keeps you small because it avoids friction. Growth requires friction. Letting go creates that friction initially, but it leads to freedom later. The short-term discomfort of release is far less painful than the long-term suffering of stagnation. You may notice that as you prepare to let go, your mind becomes loud. It will argue. It will remind you of effort invested, time spent, sacrifices made. This is the sunk cost illusion. Just because you invested in something does not mean you must continue investing. Wisdom is knowing when to stop. Discipline is stopping without drama. Letting go quietly preserves energy. Loud exits leak power. There is also emotional letting go, releasing resentment, the need for recognition, the hunger for validation. These are heavy burdens. They drain focus. They tether your inner state to external behavior. As long as you need others to see you, approve you, or understand you, you are not free. Shaolin teaching emphasizes inner authority. When approval comes from within, external noise loses its control. Letting go of validation is one of the most powerful acts of self-mastery. Before February arrives, something in your life will ask for a decision. It may not announce itself clearly. It may appear as discomfort, boredom, irritation, or restlessness. Pay attention. These are signals that something has expired. Do not rush to fix the feeling by distraction. Sit with it. Stillness reveals truth faster than reaction. What feels heavy is often what must be released. Letting go also applies to self-image. The version of yourself that needed to prove, compete, or impress may no longer be necessary. Carrying that identity forward will exhaust you. You are entering a phase where quiet competence matters more than visible struggle, where results matter more than explanation, where direction matters more than defense. Release the need to be perceived a certain way. Let your actions speak later. Fear often disguises itself as loyalty. Loyalty to people, to roles, to expectations that no longer align with your growth. Loyalty